Hello and good afternoon, Speed Gaming. Welcome to Links to the Past Randomizer League Season 6. We're part of the Invitational today. We've got Tam of Potatoepouch and Swedish Arctic Fox of the Spec Bonkers. We are playing a Champions Ganon Hunt still this week. If you've missed any of it, I don't know what you've been missing. These races are wild. But I'm Radical Sniper 99, joined today by Captain 1977 with Plasma Snake tracking. Hello, Captain.
Hello, Jesse. How you doing?
I'm doing lovely. Yes, this mode has been quite insane. We've seen some very wide range on the finish times, some at less than an hour, some even over an hour and a half. Really just depends on how you accomplish the goal. Captain, what is our goal today?
Our goal is to find 2 Triforce pieces in the game that are... There's one on pad, so you need 3 pendants. There's one in Pyramid Fairy, so you can get 2 red crystals. Or you can get one in 5 Crystal GT, where somewhere in the basement. So that would be 5 crystals. So, I mean, ideally, you like to get 3 pendants, 2 red crystals, but...
I mean,
game
even
always
like...
says...
I was going to say, even like 5 crystal... with 2 of the crystals being the reds, like that's not terrible. Like there's a minimum of 5 dungeons either way.
True.
But yes, this is our Misery Mire division, by the way.
Yep. Potatoepouch in a solid first place here, 7-1 going into the race today. Spec Bonkers, of course, needs to make up a little ground. They're at 3-5 right now, so a win today will get them right back in the hunt. So
we'll see. What I'll say is, looking at the division standings, like 4th place in this division is currently at 12 points at 4 and 5. So like a win here puts them tied into that 4th spot. On the opposite side of it, you know, they're a win ahead of 8th place in the division. And if you know anything about the Invitational League, what we are nearing, of course, is the end of the regular season, where we will have a question of relegation.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a couple, losing games at this point becomes even bigger of a deal. But yeah, the couple of things we didn't point out as well. This is starting boots, starting a sword, and the big keys are shuffled. So it's not as straightforward as just finding the items you need to finish. We do, of course, need those big keys for most of our dungeons.
Yeah, otherwise this would be too easy, right?
Oh, just a little bit. But yeah, our runners will try to pay as much attention as possible to see what they're finding. There, of course, is our Thieves Town big key.
We did get an early map check there too. It looks like we have a pendant at Desert, a couple crystals at Eastern Hera, so no red crystal information just yet.
Yeah, and a Crystal Hera is not terrible. Like, Hera is a great candidate dungeon for completing the seed. If you can get that for one of the goals, I mean, it's always towards one of the goals. It's just a question of, does it actually help with one of the easier ones? So far, just that Master Sword on Tam's side. But yeah, so far, nothing else really major yet.
Yeah.
A little bit of money. We did see both of our runners getting some bombs here on that Bonkle Rock. In terms of the individual runners so far this season, Tam having a great start at 4-1 individually. Meanwhile, Swedish Arctic Fox currently 0-2 on the season, but you know, that's only a couple of races so far. You never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't let these records fool you. These people know what they are doing. They are very good at the game, very skilled.
Yeah, week in, week out, game in, game out. Like, unfortunately, like great players, you're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some as well. It's not easy to keep a positive record. You know, don't be surprised if in a couple weeks we're talking about 7-7 or 8-6 teams making the playoffs, because that's just the way this works. We did get a lot of money out of the well. I saw at least 600 rupees there, so not going to complain. And more money. So we did get that glove, of course, in the CAC well. So there's an easy back of escape access. We could climb the mountain, but I don't anticipate us heading up there too quickly. And you can see for Tam there, after getting that second 300, he's like, yeah, I don't really need all the pots.
Yeah, it's okay.
And really, this has been a light CAC. I'm waiting for something amazing, and it's just not showing up yet.
Yeah, just that glove and that quake. So, not much else happening right now.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's why we're seeing Swedish Arctic Fox go and blindly do race game. Maybe just saying, you know what? Clearly the game, the density's not been here, and it's still not at race game, but we're going to pick up the piece of heart. Okay.
You put the work in for it. You might as well grab
sure.
it. This looks like back of escape for a Swedish Arctic Fox.
Yeah, I like the play. You don't have a lot of real direction right now. This is your easy check. We'll see if we get that small key, and if Fox decides to go towards Dark Cross, but not a whole lot of incentive. One thing we didn't mention, by the way, is it is 5 crystal GT, but there is no GT big key. It doesn't exist. It's just gone. And yeah, there's the small key and the map. So Dark Cross is definitely an item. And it is fast Ganon, so you do not have to climb GT in this mode.
Where's that key right at?
I was gonna say Tam's gonna have a little. I was gonna say Tam should have an easier time, but I was hoping Tam might have picked up the heart to be at full health for this.
Yeah, sword beams in sewers makes it fairly simple, but you know, Tam, of course,
yeah,
one of the better runners. So who needs it?
Yeah, I mean, great dash right into a blank rat. I don't know why I was worried.
Trying to find that spot, bonk off the wall. Usually puts you right in front of the chest.
That's a new one for me.
Cross here. There it is. Just bombs.
Captain, you've just informed me of a bonk strategy I did not know.
Hey. You know, you taught me a lot at the beginning. Now I'm teaching you. See how this works?
Yeah, I am seeing. Both of our runners heading towards the dam now. We'll see if there's anything in here. Of course there's more money, because why isn't there more money?
Yeah, we're just kind of spinning our wheels till we find some next piece of progression, and it is not here at the dam. So, yeah, we still have plenty of South World checks here. We got Mini Mold Arm, Zora's in Logic with that glove.
I will say, you know, if there's some talk about a Gina or other checks, part of the way to play this mode is almost similar to a Kaz Boots. It has a lot of similarities to Kaz Boots in that you kind of make some skips and some aggressive plays. There's our first bottle and the half magic.
Okay.
Flute. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
And the
Wow.
tempered
Wow.
sword.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, easy choice here, folks. We're going to go activate that flute, turn in that bottle, and then we'll make a choice. Yeah, what I'll say is, like, if we were talking like key sanity mode, you know, if we're talking that AAD keys mode a couple of weeks ago, like going for a Gina makes a lot of sense because, you know, it is still a check that you can pair certain ways. But in a mode where like speed really does make a difference, yes, if it is something, maybe you do better. But generally, I would agree that it's a bit of a time loss in most cases.
Absolutely, yes. Yep.
So it's hard. Like this is a mode where cutting corners will help you. It's just finding the right ones and getting a little lucky. This is upset week, pretty much. If you've not been watching league races, there's been plenty of upsets across all the races. Hey, we got fire!
Okay. Well, just go rush aggro. Just do it. Why not?
That's a take. We are, of course, going to go for some fake flipper checks. Tam not scouting the eye. I understand skipping Hobo for now. I kind of disagree with not scouting out the island, but each their own. We are releasing the bee and getting something in return. What is it? It's a red goo. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. I would have taken the bee, but I'm weird, so. But. Alright, let's see what's on the island here. We got just a piece art. Alright, and piece art on the ledge, so one trip into Zora, not gonna have to worry about anything else coming back here.
Yeah, the question in chat about all three Triforce pieces being accessible in every seed, yes. There is no, these are the only two available in this mode. We are not playing beatable logic. It's still 100% inventory, technically. So, yes, all three Triforce pieces are available. The thing is that, yes, some Triforce pieces could be locked behind others. So, for example, Pyramid Fairy could have progression, Green Pendant could have progression, GT could have progression. All of those things are possible. It's just not, you know, we just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, what our runners are hoping for today is, can I get 5 dungeons done? 3 pendants and 2 reds, 5 crystals with 2 of them being reds. Those are probably your most advantageous sets. Whereas, like, worst case, we're doing 8 dungeons today for sure. Kind of deal. Yeah. Like, that is absolutely as trashy as this gets.
And we got our 2 checks up here on the mountain we can do right now, and that didn't. What I missed what that was.
I thought that was a moon pearl.
You are correct, sir.
We're getting that map check over on Fox's side. And Fox is actually going to go into Eastern. Very aggressive play, I have to say, right now.
There's 4 in logic checks here, and Agina on Tam's side, so we got 4 logical checks in Eastern right now. If our progression's here, then that's good for Fox, so we'll have to make that mountain climb eventually to get that moon bro, but we'll see.
Tam. Why, Tam?
Okay, so if there's nothing in Eastern, we have an Agassiz on us.
We have a front of escape still.
Yeah, there's nothing in front of escape. It's fine.
Doubting the validity of the Uncle routers. I see how it is.
Yeah.
So far, though, 2 checks done in Eastern and nothing. There's our blue mail at the Uncle, and I must say I do like how sharp that blue wireframe link is. Our first big key is to pod.
Okay. That's our second big key, but who's counting?
Good point. I clearly am not. I don't know. Captain, you were saying about Aga, if you're Tam and you finish out the front of escape and you still don't have Dark World, are you just going to do Aga here?
I would. I mean, you have everything else you need for Aga right now, so I mean, it's
either Aga or Eastern.
I mean, Tam still hasn't done Dark Cross either, so that could be weighing on their mind as well. So I don't know, but really feels like there's nothing in the front of escape right now. Like it just wants us to do Aga, and then go into pod for something with that big key.
Okay, Fox, no, Eastern is not the answer. Unless there is something in Zelda's cell, this is an Agassiz, folks.
Can we get a vanilla hammer, anyone? Anyone?
That's asking a lot. Like, I wouldn't even jump to pod first. Like, my first play after after an Aga would be Catfish? Like, yeah, I would probably go to Catfish first, hoping for something.
Mushroom.
Oh,
great.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. You know, I'm so happy. You know, I was already looking forward to Aga, and now we've got this, and yeah, Tam's like, no, we're just gonna do Aga. I don't care about that mushroom.
Yeah. Where's Fox gonna go here? Okay, he's gonna go get his moon pearl.
And realistically, I think at this point you could say, like, okay, I'll do Aga to Catfish, save and quit, check the mushroom, and then immediately all I'm going to do is I'll just re-enter Dark World and go to pod if I don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's a good rationale to say for Tam, like, hey, I did front of escape, found nothing. Let me just believe that the mushroom is not the answer and do this while I'm here, instead of, you know, a generally annoying back and forth. The Triforce pieces have 3 specific locations. The PED is 1, left Pyramid Fairy chest is number 2, and the third one is somewhere in the GT basement. Not in the big chest. Any of the other 22 locations is a Triforce piece. So we know where the 3 are, and they need to get 2 of them. And thank you for dropping the command. And yes, there is really no guarantee to the Triforce piece being anywhere. I think we actually had a tile room the other day. So it does exist. Captain, do you see what Fox is doing here?
What?
I think we're going to get Hobo. Yeah.
Hobo.
Trying to escape the Aga seed as best as possible, and that's really one of the last resorts we've got here as Tam enters Aga.
I mean, if flippers are like on the pyramid or in pod or something, and Hobo has progression, I mean,
yeah,
good for Fox here. I mean, yeah. But no.
Yeah, no. And I mean, if Fox rushes Mushroom instead of just going straight to Aga after this, like, and the Mushroom's nothing, unfortunately, like, this is just giving Tam a buffer.
Mm-hmm. They had to give you that pod big key for a reason right here. It just feels like something. Something's fishy. Okay, well.
Interesting. Is that a prep for pod?
I think that was.
Okay, we got red crystals at, I saw TR and Ice Palace, and then what? Pendants on the left side. I think Meyer was a pendant.
Yeah, it looks like Meyer was a pendant, yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'll miss the last pendant. It looks like Thieves and Meyer are the pendants.
Okay.
And I will say Tam has Thieves marked as green.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody curious about that Messenger song on the Dark Overworld, I will tell you it is in Sea of Stars, having played it myself. So it is still Sea of Stars music, but they are the same developer as the Messenger. So a lot of fun. And the keys keep coming in pods, so we are not locked out here.
I mean, if you're Swedish Arctic Fox here, you're gonna turn in the. I don't know if you turn in the mushroom or not, though. That's.
Well, here's the problem: we killed our green guard buddy, and now we've got to dodge a fairy. And there's our bow.
Okay, game. Okay.
And Fox getting that mushroom, there's that moment of what do I do?
Yeah.
And here's the scary part, like, you know, I thought this might be good for, you know, this could be good if Fox finds something on mushroom. But Tam just got a bow inside of pod. If this is a hammer or mitts, what sends Fox to pod to get it?
The pod big, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, like
the key.
The other bow.
No.
Pick up the boomerang, please.
Oh.
It's only blue, but I think it's worth it.
We did pick up an Ether medallion here in pod as well, so so yeah, this is definitely an Agaseed.
Yeah. Fox really did full clear light over or light world. Made every check imaginable and just no, this is not the answer. There is something here in pod or at catfish. And while bow is nice, it is not progression yet.
I mean, just give us the Eastern Palace Mickey here. And then we had to go beat Armos,
Why are you asking for breadcrumbs?
Because
why?
I don't know. Why not? Try to have fun.
We are running out of pod checks. So, I mean, our 2 items in the front of pod were items, and I don't think we've seen a map or a compass. So there's like, what, 1 item left in this portion of pod not? Or maybe 2, sorry. Like, we could get 2 items still.
Mm-hmm. But, good.
What?
What is happening?
What is wrong with this seed?
Oh,
there we go.
I knew it. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Well, we get our first dungeon done. Yay.
Yeah, we can get a crystal. Unfortunately, I'm looking at those 5-6 crystals, and I gotta be honest, Captain, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, those TR being the red crystal is never. TR being anything like a pendant or red crystal is probably means we're gonna have to go in GT for our Triforce piece.
Unfortunately, like the other stuff that we have, that book's nice-ish for desert access, but like I'm trying to see what the good route is here, and so far all I can say is I'm not a fan of any of these Triforce pieces yet.
I mean, Kane blocks 2 of the Triforce pieces already, with Minor being a pendant and TR being a red crystal. So Kane's gonna, we are gonna get the Kane this seed.
That's a positive outlook, Captain. You're trying to sell me on something, and that's about as good as you got.
I have what I have. What can I say? I don't know.
It's like the other thing is we can go like, hey, guess what? We're definitely getting mitts today. And if you're wondering why, it's like, yeah, there is a possible scenario where you can do this game mitsless in this mode. And right as Tam is into their first crystal boss,